but definitely if you think you ate some bad sushi that was from the gas station, come get tested for parasites.
Well, I've been
Is
eating,
where that went.
I've been eating sushi for years. I mean, heavy. It's a staple. It's my favorite food.
I love seafood.
Yeah.
So I would
love
be
it.
curious if I have something and I don't even know it.
You might not know. Usually you know, though, and I think that people, like what you were saying, John, about you don't know how shitty you feel, excuse my language, until you feel better. And that's the same concept, that sometimes our normal is, well, it's normal. Like I'll ask patients, so tell me about XYZ. They're like, well, it's normal. What does that mean for you? Well, it's not every day. Well, that's not normal physiologic function. That's your normal that you've been living with forever.
Yeah.
That's not the body's design process. So you probably would be getting headaches frequently. Frequent headaches, sometimes even like cognition things like high anxiety could be mercuries and metals.
That's being an entrepreneur. I'm always stressed out.
Yeah. Could be. So it's hard to say because that is true. And a lot of my females do that where we talk ourselves out of symptoms because we make, I wouldn't say excuses, but, well, I'm a busy mom and I work, a job and I don't get home till so-and-so. So that's why we give it a justification purpose when it's really like, but that shouldn't happen. I have a lot of females that they're like, well, I move my bowels every 3 days. And I'm like,
3 days.
Whoa.
I'm like falling
My
off the
God.
chair. They're like, but that's just me. It's just normal, right? No wonder you're so bloated. Like it's meant to be daily. So sometimes we don't know what normal is because it becomes our normal.
Yeah.
But I would be happy to help, test some stuff and do some pretty interesting tests. A lot of people come, they want to know the hormones.
Yeah.
They're like, what are the hormones? Tell me my hormones.
They want to know tests. They want to know estrogen.
Yeah, they want to know the estrogen, the DHT, the DHEAs, DHEA sulfate. They want to know cortisol. They want to know, all of it. Progesterone, the whole works. Pregnenolone, cholesterol.
And is this what now? Do you work with a lot of bodybuilders too?
I do work with a lot of bodybuilders. I love people in the fitness industry because it's not. They get it. They understand that there's a health component. They don't always get it clinically. I wouldn't say it's very bro-y, but sometimes they're like, well, I know this. It's super clinical and it's not super linear. Like a lot of times people are like, well, my cholesterol's high because of my diet. That's 1 of 10 reasons someone can have high cholesterol.
Yeah.
So I love the fitness industry. I think that people that are proactive, they ask the right questions. They want to know about the supplements. They're super into how do I support myself. I love them versus someone that doesn't really get it. And they're like, well, I don't really know about this. But yeah, I wouldn't say a lot of bodybuilders, but a lot of people that are in the fitness realm, a lot of my gym, like people from my gym, some of the trainers come to see me. I support them. Everyone loves the blood work. They love it. They're like, I know that you do very comprehensive blood work, 13 pages. Can you order this? Yes.
Yeah. See, I would like to get something done, but I'm scared. I'm scared of needles. I'm the worst with blood tests, needles in general.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never lost anyone yet, but I've heard a couple people that are like, I'm not a good blood draw.
I usually pass out. Yeah, I usually pass out.
Probably for someone like you, if that was true, we would do it in parts. We'd maybe focus on some of the things.
No.
That'd be worse.
No.
I think you just put the needle in you once and then
There's
it's over.
no shot
Then
you getting
take
me
whatever
back.
you want.
My last blood test was probably in, oh man, has to be 2016, 17.
Yeah. You're due.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
You're well overdue.
I'm gonna
due
get-
too.
I'm-
You guys are all due. All right.
Yeah.
Blood scripts for everybody. Come on.
You should be getting your stuff done.
I know.
More
I'm
so
due.
than me.
I'm due. No, it's been like 2 years. It's not too bad.
That's still bad.
I didn't say it was good. I didn't say it was good.
How many preps have you done since then?
1,
How many off seasons? Technically.
2, I guess.
Okay.
So I think that's something to be said for that kind of industry. If you're like a bodybuilder, a competitor, the things that I do see frequently are always thyroid dysfunction. I wouldn't say always, but a lot of times thyroid dysfunction. It's an organ that's metabolically active that's controlling everything, not just weight. It's controlling how our bowels move, if we're feeling bloated, if we have high cholesterol. It's literally telling the cells, like, how fast do you move? All the cells, the brain cells included. So sometimes thyroid dysfunction, obviously, when we're in the realm of fitness and bodybuilding and using exogenous hormones and stuff like that, we have to expect there's going to be some things. Not saying that anyone uses that, but the reality is
we're pretty open on the show.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah.
I don't take anything.
Yeah.
But John has. And
I mean,
Yes.
I'm not. My philosophy, it's not here nor there. It's just let's get you healthy, regardless of if you go through this. It's kind of like the expectation that the sport is so extreme, so you can't really you can't really think I'm going to go through this process and not have a side effect. I think most bodybuilders understand that this is the risk for the reward that I'm doing. They understand that I'm going to be on very low calories. My hypothalamic pituitary axis is affected. My thyroid is certainly affected. My rhythm is off. My adrenals are not in a good place. It's kind of like buying a house. You don't just go and say, I want this house. There's expectations. Well, what do I need? I need an inspection. That's the same process. So I think just being mindful that if you're coming off a prep or coming into a prep, how do we support that post or pre?